Hey everybody, it's Raz again with a premium spotlight video. We got our new ship for tier 9, this premium, and I guess slightly historic, the tier 9 Alaska. Yeah, this is an interesting little ship. So let's get a little bit of history real quick, real fast, and we'll get over everything as fast as we can so we can get diving into some of the seriousness of this ship. So Alaska was built and laid down in 1941 to actually combat some of the larger cruisers that the Japanese were building at the time. So this was technically not a battleship, but a large cruiser. They built two, Alaska and Guam, that were finished and completed in the late seasons of 1944. They served at Okinawa and a few of the other bombardments of the islands in the later part of the war before being sent to Reserve Fleet for 15 years and then decommissioned. Yeah, not much of a shining, spectacular record this ship has, so oh well. So let's get into this. Now, I'm going to actually use two ships for this video to review it with. I'm going to be using primarily the Kronstadt. The reason why I'm going to use the Kronstadt is because it is a tier 9 premium that's very much like it, and it's not been no longer available in the game, and it kind of has that rough kind of theme going on it as a ship. So I'm definitely going to use these two as comparable to compare to each other at. So let's start with Alaska. So Alaska has 60,800 health with 380 millimeter armor on the side plating with only 13% torpedo production. Ugh, that's terrible. Compared to Kronstadt's at 34 with the 15 to 380 millimeters plating and 71,050 HP. So that's quite a bit of hit points on that ship. So yeah, Alaska's not looking good there. Now, gun-wise, you do have three of the 305s. They're American type guns. They're not like Kronstadt's. Kronstadt's a little more of a launching type and a little better dispersion, I feel. But definitely, you can't shake a stick and say that Alaska's is terrible either. It's not great, but it's not good. It's right around the middle. The nice thing is you can put the reload here and make it to 17.6 seconds for the reload for the guns at 19 kilometers. Probably better off doing that. I'll explain more as I go to it. 18.2 with the Kronstadt, shorter range, but you do have a quicker reload at 16.3. So, yeah, that's a pretty comfortable between the two in this game. All right, next to it, anti-air. Of course, you can't deny that the Americans always had a pretty decent anti-air with 34 single 20 mils, 14 of the quad Bofors, 6 of the dual 5-inch 127 millimeter guns. So, yeah, pretty solid overall. Alright, let's go for the rest here. 33 knot speed with 850 millimeter turning circle. Not too bad. With a rudder shift of 10.4, and that's with a rudder shift on this thing. Not full rudder shift, not double rudder, but it's pretty decent for a single rudder build. Concealment, this is with the concealment buzz both on the ship and on the commander. That gets you down to 12.2. So it's not terrible, but it is a very large ship. I mean, look at the size of this thing. It's definitely not a small ship to be saying that, spotting this thing is going to be like sitting here and go, oh, you can't see it. It's pretty massive of a ship. So yeah, 12.2, that was understandable for that detectability for this ship. And then compare that to Kronstadt's, it's also going to have 12.7 concealment. Definitely is got a larger turning circle and rudder shift, so it's a little more sluggish to turn around and move around. So definitely for its size, Alaska's pretty maneuverable for its size. Now let's get on to the armor. I'll show you guys more detail, but remember, I'm going to show you that you gotta watch this Citadel. This is blatantly troublesome. And I'll show you some video files of this as we go. But you only have 260 millimeters in the front. Created with Kronstadt, you have 330 millimeters. And it's still pretty blatant, so you could angle a little bit and you can actually get away with it, especially with that only getting 230 on the side. That Citadel is also right at the waterline down there, so it's a little dangerous, but yeah. Great Alaska's, yeah, it's not very good. You're going to be in serious trouble. It's very, very very thin, very exposed, very open, and on top of that, it has those annoying little weaknesses in the guns where you can just, because you can see it's right there, 48 millimeters, you can knock out these guns pretty easily. So that is a serious problem. This ship cannot take a brawling match against battleships. Now 15-inch guns, because it does have the 27 millimeters, it will bounce it. So French battleships are going to have a problem, except the higher tiers. Now let's cut to what you guys are going to expect in the ship while playing, and a little more details. Okay, so we're in the training room here with a couple of my friends here, and we're testing some of the mechanics. So the first things first you're going to be seeing is Des Moines guns. Common, you're going to see a lot of the tier 10s. Des Moines definitely going to be an annoying ship, so we have him coming at various angles in the ship as I move, or him hitting my superstructure or something like that. He can't penetrate my armor directly on. That's not going to be... You're going to get 6k, maybe if you're lucky. But if he hits the superstructure, he's actually doing some pretty nasty damage. So, as you can see, he's just chipping away at my health very quickly. And remember, he's only using armor-piercing shell. If he was using high explosive, he could be throwing fires and then throwing the armor-piercing, and that'd be a nasty combo between the two. Now remember, you have 305s, so your guns can do some serious damage to the point where it's just going to wipe ships away. Now, we're going to cut to another ship here in a second here, and show you what I also mean by the armor not being that friendly. So, enter the next ship we have in this game. It's big, it's bad, it's nasty. It's a Stalingrad. Now, also while I was doing this too, we were testing also the Yamato, if you can pen the cheek. Now, I did terribly aim at this, so I didn't do a good job, but I can tell you, you can pen the cheek of Yamatos and Musashis, as long as you actually hit it in the right spot. I was aiming too far in the back. Should aimed a little more to the forward. I was aiming at the second turret when I should have been hitting the first turret. Oh, and there's the Citadel. So yeah, you can do that kind of damage, but it counts on, you know, if he's presenting that angle. So if you aim right there, you're not gonna get it. So, yeah. Not a pretty sight. Meanwhile, we're just having Stalingrad try to penetrate our nose here. Real quick, here's one more shot of the Yamato. This is what I mean. And there's its Citadel damage. It's pretty nasty. And of course, because of me focusing on the other gun, our friend of ours hit us in the gun turret there, and has incapacitated our gun. And just putting a little more angle, do you see what I mean by the damage? You're just going to get riddled with shells non-stop, especially if you're angled like even a slightest bit. You kind of actually have to use this thing a little more bow in, just to actually have a chance of not getting wiped off out of existence. Now, don't say it goes straight head in, especially to larger calibers than 15-inch, because that will happen. You can see it's, even with a slight angle of, let's say, 45 degrees compared to the target that's shooting at you, it's just able to do full penetration damage, and it's just going to riddle you to hell. Now, the nice thing about the American guns in this, 305s, is it actually can overmatch the British cruisers. So, as you can see, that first shot that I fired, within a few seconds I'm ready to fire again. Watch this Minotaur. Just watch this shot. Yeah. Yeah, Minotaurs are going to be in serious trouble. A lot of the British cruisers are going to have a hard time with this ship. They can do some serious damage to the target. And the salvo again, and yeah, it's pretty nasty guns. Dispersion isn't too terrible either, so it is comfortable. But if you're broadside instead, this is what to expect in this ship. Just what to expect when dealing with being broadside to all the gun calibers. This is including even a Yamato. So, warning you all, do not go broadside in this thing. I know this is stupid, you shouldn't do this at all, but it is to point it out that don't be stupid in this. Now, on to the main event. We're here on the map Trapped, and we're playing Domination. So, here we go. This is a little bit later into the game, and, you know, just getting some of the points while we're playing. So, while we're out there, we saw a Colorado under the Cyclone and an Ismo. We hung out at this island trying to get our damn best up. We got this finally the support of the Alaska to help me push up. So I told him to focus the Ismo with me. We can worry about the Colorado later. I know 16-inch guns I just told you, but it's a Colorado. It's not really as potent as you think. The real threat would be that damn Ismo right there. It would have been a much bigger threat there for us overall. So I wanted to make sure that he was gone from assistance and never showed his dang face again. So yeah, I wanted to make sure he was good, dead, and gone before I even said anything about that. You know, next thing you know, hey, he's still kicking. He's still alive. Come on. So, yeah, we finally got him dead. So, now on to the next part of the freaking here. So, later on in the game, after those, we had a mission in the middle. We're down to 3 against 4. And, well, it's 3 against 4. 2, 3, 1 Alaska, 2 Alaskas. Oh my goodness. Oh, Seattle, never mind. Yeah, it kind of gets a little weird, doesn't it? Oh, wait till the zany craziness of this happens. I mean, we're already up to over 120,000 easily. That's all. Let's get rid of the saddle Fiels first. That's one easy gun to kill out of the game. One less to shoot. Of course, nobody's agreeing with that aspect, but I guess, hey, I try my best. The nice thing, like I said before, is the reload on this Alaska is quite good. So, overall, let's talk about this real quick. What do you think of this ship? It's a mixed bag. It's definitely got great guns. It has hydroacoustic. It has radar. It has awesome. By the way, we just lost a ship. It has fantastic anti-air ability, and if it ship's broadside, it's going to do some massive damage. But you have to play this ship correctly. One little mistake and this thing will punish you. It is very much like the Des Moines. Mistakes are not not forgiving in this ship, and they certainly are shown in this thing to be not forgiving if you don't, you know, get a good hit. I mean, for an American cruiser, it definitely is a solid ship. I just felt it took excessively long time for this to release to the point where it became a dancing meme for quite some time. But definitely, this ship is going to have a slight challenge for those who actually are willing to put in the actual money or actual experience to it. Now, I tried doing something real quick here. I tried to only fire one gun there. Killed him, pulled back, put up some intel for my team, waited my guns to reload again. I probably should have waited a little longer, but it didn't go my way. So now I'm just trying to angle against one of the dang ships here. It's 2 against 2. I'm trying to hold out any little bit of my health and try to get one last salvo out. Come on, shoot. Raz, shoot. Oh, he's dead. Can I swing the guns in time and pop a shot? No. It's all down to the one last guy, and we hoped he's able to do what we needed to do. Now, I'm also going to show you what not to do because of what he does here. Now, it's Alaska versus Alaska, 305 millimeters, so should be able to not take a full Citadel damage. So just go bow in and let the idiot one mess up, and you be the smart one and not get killed. Wait a minute, what are you doing? Just told you, just go nose in. And he gives enough broadside here just to get penetration, because you know the reload's quick enough. And right there, see what I mean? It does not forgive you for going broadside like that. And that one mistake gave him enough angle here again to get a full penetration right into a ship. So yeah, that's what I mean by this ship cannot take punishments like that. So, yeah, overall, would I give this ship out of 10? I'd definitely give it at least an 8 out of 10. It's almost an 8.5 or a 9. It's not great. It's not fantastic, but it definitely is a solid ship overall. Definitely is fun to play, but is it worth the money? This is definitely not for the money. This is for a person who wants serious credits, wants serious commander training, and wants another ship to the collection. If you're wanting it for another ship for another reason for premium, pick up something else. I would recommend a lot of other premiums other than the Alaska to pick your hands up, especially with the massive price tag it costs to get this ship. So it's definitely not worth that money. So thanks everybody for coming in. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you dislike it, you can do that too. Write in the comments down below what you did think about the Alaska overall when you saw it, or if you actually have it. And thanks everybody for coming on in, and hope to see you guys all in the next Premium Spotlight.